Are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
While pairing for the Kasama program, you may receive multiple complaints on pairings. You may have some issues on reveal night itself, or even the week before, and experience complaints about pairings being biased and unfair. As the social activities share, it is also easy to forget that other people outside your friends are involved in the program. How would you respond to issues and structure the system to minimize bias and ensure that all participants feel the process is equitable, intentional, and respectful?
Thank you, Lonnie, for that question. I think it starts early on internally and setting that expectation of differentiating what's personal and what's professional. And I think in a workspace like that where you're with your friends, that could be a challenging thing to do, but I think I strive to want to differentiate the two and set that expectation early on that there's a difference between being personal and professional. And then on top of that, being with the parents or whoever may have that complaint, it's being as transparent as possible of the pairing process and how I saw how they would fit. And while acknowledging those differences, like it's about being in this position of leadership and knowing your moral compass and values, and that you should be looking for the best foot forward for everyone and not just your circle. Thank you.
Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
The Kasama program sees a large volume of applicants each semester. In recent semesters, the number of auditing applicants outweigh the Kuyates. As a result, not every auditing that applies will be paired with a Kuyate. How will you make an active effort to promote inclusivity following the events of Reveal Night to acknowledge those that did not get picked up, while still celebrating those that did have a successful pickup?
Thank you, Lonnie. Can you please repeat the question?
The whole question?
Yes, please.
The Kasama program sees a large volume of applicants each semester. In recent semesters, the number of auditing applicants outweigh the Kuyates. As a result, not every auditing that applies will be paired with a Kuyate. How will you make an active effort to promote inclusivity following the events of Reveal Night to acknowledge those that did not get picked up while still celebrating those that did have a successful pickup?
Thank you for that question. I think relating back to my speech as well, advocating that you aren't who you're picked up by, and if you get picked up at all, and that Samahan offers a lot more than just the summer program as well. And we have many auxiliaries here for people to offer. I know Able and SOAR, and there's many things to come back to the space, regardless if you're picked up or if you don't really like your big or elsewhere. And I think just advocating for that and communicating that message out to people that didn't get picked up will eventually, hopefully, bring them back to our space and they can reapply for the spring or get pseudoed. And to celebrate those that did get picked up, it's to communicate to them the opportunity they have with their pairing and what Samahan brings to them and how the summer program can get you started in the space and acclimated to even college and everything else as well. Thank you.
Are you ready for your last question?
Yes.
The Kasama program is the biggest event that the social activities chair hosts every semester. With such big responsibility, you must know your big why in order to facilitate an authentic mentorship program. What inspires you to take on the Kasama program? How do you plan on relating not only to your personal whys into your program, but also the Kapituluan clause into the program? How will your Kasama program be different from the rest?
Thank you for that question. Can you please repeat the question?
The entire question?
Yes, please.
For sure. The Kasama program is the biggest event that the social activities chair hosts every semester. With such big responsibility, you must know your big why in order to facilitate an authentic mentorship program. What inspires you to take on the Kasama program? How do you plan on relating not only to your personal whys into your program, but also the Katapunan clause into the program? How will your Kasama program be different from the rest?
Thank you for that question. I think my biggest inspiration was identity here. There was a lot of things I resonated with before college, and I wasn't too sure if I would get that here. And coming to AB Samahan, it really realized that I can be myself here, and I can still resonate with the things I did before. And the space that it gave me, the support system that it gave me, I mean, my op-ed and everything. So just giving that back to the next generation of people who are like me and wondering if the things that they identified with before still can resonate with them, and if they have a place here at SDSU, and that they have a place here at AB Samahan. And how I would achieve to do it differently, I know like there are big stigmas about who you're picked up by and how that can make your place here different, but I don't necessarily think that's the case. And again, advocating for that message that you aren't who you're picked up by. And relating that to the Katipunan clause, from what I know, is that Andres Bonifacio fought for the freedom and to unify us, and that's exactly what I want to do as like the social activities chair. And doing that, allowing others to feel free and be themselves in our space, and to plan socials where they do feel unified and it's not forced, but it's a natural feeling for them as well. Thank you.